massive updates coming across so many systems of the game, and this is like
All right.
we're just getting in, digging into the surface.
Yeah. I mean, to that same end, then, how are we making it easier, pardon me, to go ahead and just get straight into the fun?
Oh no, let's do it, because that's exactly what we want to do. And the first thing you're going to see when you log into Destiny with Edge of Fate, you're going to log in your character and see your ship in orbit. It's going to say, it's going to say Open Portal. Portal is our new front page of the game. We're trying to get you the fun as fast as possible and as few clicks as we can. We even have Edge of Fate there in the corner, so that it's like right immediately there. No fumbling around with the map to get to it, really. And we're also taking other big parts of the game, the ritual game and for seasons, and putting them into these ops categories. So the idea is that we're having these different ops for different moods. We're having solo ops. We have a bunch of fire team ops. We have pinnacle ops, and of course we have crucible ops. Still super important for the game.
Yeah. I mean, to start up at the top, can you tell us a little bit more about what solo ops?
Oh yeah. So solo ops is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a bunch of.
I'm glad we have some solo content for people.
Point of that was we want to make activities for players who like.
It does look like it's going to be a pain in the butt to learn the new UI though.
They want to have like dependencies on other players, but they still want to get in there and play for 10 to 15 minutes and get some real progress.
Yeah, get some loot.
Yeah, get some loot.
Yeah.
Get some loot and get your character forward and feel like, I played some Destiny. That was great. And even if you don't feel like playing with other people, that's fine, because we have an activity type that is designed for one player.
Excellent. So, I mean, to that same end, what are some other ways that we can play and have fun using Portal as well?
Yeah, so Robbie actually has a great way of talking about this. So.
Yeah, some of the North Star that we talk about when we were developing the Portal early on was like, where are we headed with this thing? And ultimately, it's play your way. It's giving players more agency, more personal drive to figure out how they want to engage with the power climb and the new progression systems coming and our seasons. And so the entirety new progression and power climb is now all available to you in the Portal at your fingertips in one place. It's really easy to find, really easy to jump in. Anything you play inside of that category any of those categories is gonna help you make progress. And so, because we want Destiny to be welcoming not only to new players, but also old players who are coming back to the game to join us with the Edge of Fate. And we also want this to be like a new even playing field for everyone. And so, as part of this is a commitment.
Yippee, another even playing field, more grind, yippee.
That we're gonna be continually investing in this, right? We're gonna be continually updating this over time for years to come. And so, you're asking me directly, like, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
Ben mentioned solo ops. We also have the fire team ops and pinnacle ops. Both these are more around playing with other fire team members, shoulder to shoulder, where fire team ops are more quicker sessions. There are some longer form things in it too, but then pinnacle ops are more about those really long form or more challenging kind of focused activities like exotic missions, for instance. And so, and then the one thing we haven't talked about yet very deeply, but is incredibly important, and it's something that I think we've done for the first time like ever, or maybe since early D1.
It's kind of a return to form.
Yeah. You're going to be able to experience the entirety of the power climb within Crucible Ops by playing PvP, right? So this means like, if you want to be sweaty, Andy, which like I know you, Dylan too. I know you're that way, right? Like I know both.
I'm not that kind of person. More of a PvE player.
The entire experience in the season here and earn some of the highest.
I don't play too much Crucible myself, but sometimes I dabble in it.
I have to say, this is like super exciting, because like my player type or other folks out in the community, like they want to go in, they want to jam on PvP, but then their friends invite them to do a dungeon or a higher tier activity, and they're like, oh wait, I need to grind a long time to get up to power. Now through PvP, they can get up to power, and you can just bring them into that PvE experience and have a fun time with each other.
Yeah. So. That's honestly how I primarily played D1, so I'm really looking forward to that. So it sounds like the core, obviously, of what you guys are talking about, play the way you want to play, is right at the center of all of it. What if I really want to challenge myself, push myself?
Oh yeah,
That's
important to us.
Yeah.
Death is important to us.
Well, death, but also success.
Yes,
and
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we really want to give agency. That's one of the things. Player driven towards loot and challenge. And so we have a really hugely expanded activity customization system. We have a lot more difficulty levels, and we have a ton of new modifiers. We have 50 new modifiers along with all the old modifiers that we've released in the past.
This one I knew about.
This big curated web.
Basically, the more modifiers you put on, the bigger your loot can be.
The curator. And so, like, we have Banes, not just old Banes that we have, but new Banes as well. We also have boons to help you like get advantages in your activities and for your build. We have challenges and trade-offs. The fun part is you're going to get these different combinations that are available, and you're going to then make a mix that's actually going to change the way you play and be pretty interesting, and sometimes be the way you prefer you play. Like there's a new boon called Grappler that I personally love. It's kind of my preferred way to play, where they give you 3 grapple grenades, replacing your current grenade. You can't do the melee, but they recharge super fast. So any build you want, you could now Spider-Man around any map. It's actually super fun.
It's so fun. Yeah, and I mean, like, what's at the heart of what Ben is talking about is what we kind of call the virtuous cycle, right? Where you're going to be crafting your build, tinkering with the activity, looking at like how you can earn a higher tier of reward by taking on a higher challenge. And as you earn better loot, you're looking towards that next mountain to climb just ahead of you all the time. And so this is really about how far you want to push yourself upwards within the
all the way. I want to push myself all the way. I want the top. I want the best of the best.
Challenge that we're talking about. That's also, but we're also thinking about the people who don't have as much time to play with like solo ops, and also if you're scared of modifiers or you're scared of customizing these activities,
or you just don't feel like
doing it. Yeah, no, that's a great way to describe it. Thank you. We have a bunch of quick play options, right, Ben?
Yeah, quick play options, and we actually have matchmaking and fire team ops.
Oh,
and we have fire team finder, and so you're able to like really choose kind of what you're in the mood for.
Oh yeah, we technically have matchmaking across every activity that exists.
Except for solo ops, because that's solo.
Right.
It's such a shame though that I wasn't here for earlier in the stream. I had to.
You have options to play by yourself or with other people. Oh,
I had to do some things, but it's all right.
By yourself as hard as you want to do now.
Yeah,
it's really fun. Yeah.
Well, you're talking about like all the different boons and combinations. I think
We can just.
like you were saying around 50 or something like
I
that.
can just go back
Those are
later.
new ones, 50 new ones. Yeah. So it's like you can take those into solo ops. Like we're talking about this being kind of leisurely, bite-sized activity, but if you want to take it and say, I don't want Weenie Hut Jr., I want like esoteric level solo hardest thing in the world, like you can kind of customize and do that.
Just do it from the very start if you really want to.
Yeah.
And
depends on how deep you want to go.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. And the point is that you're going to like stretch that far and want the reward to feel like wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to feel like as you're pushing yourself, you are rewarded for it. That is something that's really important to the vision here for the board.
Rewards.
Rewards. There are a lot of rewards, aren't there?
It's funny you mentioned it. Yeah, we've got Banes, boons, modifiers, but let's talk about gear for a little bit here.
Yeah.
What's changing about loot and why should Guardians care?
Yeah, so like talking about chases and mountains and builds, like gear's at the center of all of that. And we actually have 2 giant gear changes I'm gonna like put in 2 little buckets for us to talk about.
Yep.
The first one is Armor 3.0. And the next one
yes,
is
Armor
Gear
3.0.
Tiers. And so like talking about Armor 3.0 first.
This is gonna be such a
we are
pain in
probably
the
making
butt
biggest
to
change ever
regrind
since
for.
Shadowkeep around
It's huge.
the system. It's
Yeah,
enormous.
it's a huge change.
Yeah, so like we're adding set bonuses.
Oh
which is
my
a long-requested
goodness.
feature for all the new armor that you're going to be able to get at Edge of Fate Launch, and we're redoing all the stats on armor. They can now exceed 100. Go beyond 100 for extra bonuses.
Yep.
And we're going to every single piece of new legendary armor that drops is going to have all the energy filled in, so you can build crafting right away.
What? Oh my
It's going to
goodness.
there's more features actually that I could talk about, but I don't think I'm allowed to.
Fair. Well,
My
something that we
grind
can't
will
talk
be
about too
unending.
as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so gear tiers are very exciting because every single legendary weapon and armor that you can get is going to have 5 gear tiers, starting from 1 going up to 5. And like we have a 5 gear tier 5 piece of legs armor on the screen right now. And you can see that like, this looks really cool with the iconography, but it also has a ton more stats. And
This is
What's
bad.
the energy there?
yeah, the energy.
Ben?
Yeah, that energy says 11. And it's true.
11, yep.
It's not a typo. Like energy is going to 11 for the higher tier armor. And so if you want that for your build crafting opportunities, it does like give you some new options you never had before. You're gonna have to challenge yourself to get more higher tier armor and keep on going to get yet more higher tier armor to get those options.
Oh
And this is
man.
also not something that's just relegated to armor, right? When it comes to weapons, they're obviously getting their own refresh as well.
Yes, yes.
What's Destiny without chasing some?
You read my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
seriously.
All of my armor, all of my weapons now obsolete.
Fashion, and then you have gunplay.
That's
right?
true, though we do have fashion for your guns a bit.
Hey.
well, so because once you reach tier 5 for your legendary drops, you're going to be getting tier 5 weapons, and those have unique shader treatment. It's like essentially a completely different look that's going to immediately identify it to you and others that this is the highest tier gear of this drop that you can get. It's going to show on the weapon. It's going to show on the icon. It's even going to show when you kill enemies with that weapon, because there's unique kill effects for tier 5 weapons that you can.
Of
turn
course,
on
there would be.
if you
Why
wanted.
not?
Your gameplay will like show that the weapon that is being used is like the highest tier you can get.
Yeah, Giver's Blessing, which I think we have on screen right now. This is one of the Kepler auto rifles, and I cannot put this thing down. Yeah, when we're playing through the Edge of Fate right now, And it's what's really exciting about it for me is that like when you see that tier 5 drop, like immediately that's better than like a tier 3 or tier 4 weapon that you have, right? And I think that's when we talk about making Destiny easier to just jump in, find the fun, make it accessible, but also create more depth. This is what we're thinking about. It's like how can we just make immediate, like you understand, like okay, this is probably better than the thing I have right now, depending on what gear tier it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good example of how much time and effort is being put into these game systems to make them more like approachable. Change can be scary. There's a lot of change that's about to come to the game. We're Armor 3.0, we have so many new boons, we have a bunch of new stuff. And after 10 years of Destiny, this is going to flip some stuff on its head. So, I mean, we're going to have a bunch of blog content, we're going to have interviews with Robbie, with Ben, with more folks across the team that have been working on this. And then we'll also be elevating our creator community when they're creating guides, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a fun time. But ultimately, a big shout out and thank you to all the folks that have been coming into our studio, giving feedback early on some of these systems so they can be more approachable. And we're looking forward to all the feedback that's going to be coming after launch too. Like this is again one of our first steps into something, and then the community and we are going to build something amazing.
Yeah, and I can't stress enough how much feedback we've gotten from the community summits we've been running over the last year for the Edge of Fate, and just people reaching out to the community teams and others to us. Your feedback is invaluable. So like seriously, like thank you so much. We're making this game together ultimately.
Yeah, it's incredibly part of the process. Like I don't think we would be able to make what we do without it.
Working with the community is obviously a core part. Dylan, huge thanks to you.
Everything seems to be working A-okay.
Cool. In advance for the big blogs you get to write, and then also our social media team. We'll go ahead and get out the door, so go ahead and give us a follow.
I think Ben, you were saying you wanted to try to break the record for longest tweet.
I'm more predicting we are.
Boy.
It's not about try, it's the state of things.
It's going to be a multi-month journey as we head towards launch. So.
Yeah, be a good time. But we've been talking a lot about the core.
Looks like I won't be seen for a while after this drops, maybe.
Yeah, so we've been focusing on improving and changing the formula of Destiny in multiple ways. And so progressing through the Fate Saga is going to be more meaningful with expansions a year. We've been talking about how focusing our seasons and on the core hobby.
I think I can just
commitment to continually updating it. And in addition, we're going to have 2 free major updates between each of our major expansions coming in the year of prophecy and beyond. And so ultimately that means there's 4 big beats happening in a year, 2 expansions, 2 free major updates between those expansions. So what that means we're not doing is paid seasonal content anymore. We're not doing separate seasonal storylines. And this also means we're not building a bunch of activity content that basically just goes away and is less meaningful to the game after 3 months. So
I don't think I'll. Still not sure if I'm going to get the expansion though.
Into building up the core hobby of the game, so the core hobby stays fresh and exciting, year round. And so ultimately, this means no more paywalls for seasonal content, and also these major updates themselves that I'm signposting around right now. The size of them roughly and the inspiration for them we're thinking about is like Into the Light.
Okay. So when you say like Into the Light, for folks that aren't out there, like what for a major update, how big is that? Like how do you encapsulate that?
So when I say Into the Light, a lot of this is like the inspiration of what it was. And with Into the Light came a really cool theme that wrapped around the new stuff we were building within it, but also
the free updates are nice. It is a little bit more enticing now that I don't really need to buy a season pass. I can just jump right into the expansions if I want them,
with the Pantheon.
and as well as free updates. So that means I can come back even if I'm not like totally involved anymore.
And so with Ash and Iron,
which is a nice add-on.
Return to the Plaguelands camp.
Wait, we're going back to the Plaguelands.
The story is going to pick up from where we left off from the Edge of Fate.
Wait.
And with it, we're going to have a new activity called Reclaim, a brand new exotic mission, new types of pinnacle ops entering that for the first time, as well as, of course, what's Destiny without loot to chase? We've got new gear, new rewards, and 2.
Okay, hold on. They got me hooked. Hold on.
As well. And again, this major update and the season, all the seasonal content going forward is free for all players. All the activity content that exists in the portal, that's free to play.
You've got my attention now.
As well. What are some of the cool things that we're going to be able to do with the season that's launching alongside the Edge of Fate?
Yeah, Ben has been working on this space with the team for a while now, so I'm going to kick this one to him.
Yeah, so we're trying to make any time the best time to hop into Destiny. And one of the ways we want to do that is we want to invest in events that are like accelerating the game and enhancing every part of the game, but also bringing new cool stuff. And actually, we've been working on this so long, we actually have some new cool stuff coming before the Edge of Fate.
It's a special little treat.
Yeah, special little treat. So this
what do you mean a
Friday,
special little
play
treat?
a little event, maybe you've heard of it, called Heavy Metal, which is Tanks vs. Briggs, a new PvP.
Heavy Metal.
It's super fun. I would kind of wish I was playing it right now, I'm not going to lie. And But the thing that people at home don't know is we have a new reward. That's a unique thing in Destiny if you invest in this event, if you go and play it. It is a free-to-play event. So this reward is free-to-play. It is a new combat vehicle that goes in your Sparrow sled. Combat Sparrow, if you will. Called the Griffin. And this is a really cool, like, combat-ready vehicle you can take anywhere you can summon a Sparrow. You can summon it and use it to fight your enemies and just have a really good time. And there's some really cool build crafting things with this vehicle that I don't want to spoil right now.
Build crafting vehicles, bro? What are we doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been saying, like, what was it? Skimmer is Flash and the Griffin is Splash.
There we go. The dad joke quota has met.
We got to get one in.
Absolutely, yeah. But man, like, you've got more for us, don't you?
Oh yeah. So like I just said, there's more events. There's one that's going to happen right after the launch of Edge of Fate. It's called Arms Week, and it's a 1 week long event, and you're going to be focusing on one weapon archetype in Arms Week whenever it comes around.
Okay.
And this one is going to give you a new legendary weapon of that type. It's going to have some volatile mods that are there for the week that are going to be super interesting and fun to play with, and some focusing you can do. But there is a problem when you say this event is going to be about weapons and about using them.
Yeah, you got to have a place to test all that out.
Right. And so I mean, I've been doing that in EDZ this whole time, and I'm sure of you.
Those poor dregs.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
But there is a new way now. We have a new feature, a long requested feature that is being added to the game with Arms Week. It is the shooting range. And the shooting range is being added to the
Oh my god, yes.
permanent edition
Finally.
With the launch of Arms Week. We're not taking it away. And you can go there and you can try out everything in your kit, everything
Yes. Finally a shooting range.
Different kinds of enemies and situations, and it's all real damage numbers. It's like
It's even got a scoreboard.
It's even got a scoreboard.
For you
right there.
and your fire team.
Yeah, your whole raid team can go down into the shooting range and try out, like, see exactly how well you're gonna do for some kind of boss at this range or with.
Who can do most of the damage, right?
Yeah, well, you're finally gonna know.
So we have
This will be so helpful.
It's not just a shooting range. Like, you can go beyond the firing line and use your abilities too.
Yeah, you totally can. And like, if you wanted to, you could even take in Prismatic and Pop Transcendence and try that out. And well, I think the reason why we're not seeing that right now is because it's a Titan.
Yeah, it's a good soldier.
Yeah.
Standing on that firing line.
Yeah, standing on the firing line.
All about building that line and standing.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of theory crafters are going to have to go ahead and have some upheavals to their Google Docs, I'm guessing.
This will be a really good tool. Like, as we're adding all of these different systems with gear tiering and all of that, you can go in and check those damage numbers in real time. Like, how do my stats change? How are these different gear bonuses going to affect my gameplay? You can see it in the tower now.
And while we're talking about weapons.
Oh yeah,
well, one more thing, right?
Yeah, no, there's one more thing. I know you're excited. So there's more events. Of course, there's more events, and
More events.
Solstice
More.
It's summertime, right?
It's summertime. Summertime is solstice time in Destiny 2. And Solstice has some really cool twists and such that we're planning, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I want to show you all the new hollow foil treatment we have for Solstice weapons. So here we go. This is the hollow foil treatment for Solstice in 2025.
It's like a beachy.
It is.
It's
amazing every time I look at it.
Yeah.
It is an ocean, and the line. Yeah, we put the ocean on a gun. How did we do that? It's beautiful. I love it. And
it does look
any
really
kind
nice.
Of, weapon that drops for this event can have a hollow foil.
Yeah,
no
so it
matter
could be
what
a tier
the
1 or tier 3.
Yeah,
Any
exactly.
weapon can have a hollow foil.
Yeah, the tier 5 hollow.
But I'm
foil.
assuming this comes in
that's
Edge of
gonna be a
Fate
chase.
and not
Our
right
other
now.
events will also have hollow foils.
Yeah, like Arms Week.
Arms Week will have its own hollow foil treatment. Like every event, a major event we have, will have a hollow foil treatment. The holidays will have their own kind of special one, but yeah, Arms Week will have their hollow foil drops that you can farm as well.
Super exciting. No, it's going to be a good time. I'm going to have way too much stuff to chase down, so appreciate you guys putting all the hard work in. Obviously,
There's no way.
But
We're gonna need more vault space.
One more thing.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking a lot about here are the free updates coming to Destiny, the portal, a bunch of different stuff, Edge of
We
Fate.
need more
We
vault
also have another
space.
expansion, and we need Allison back on the couch to talk about it.
Yeah, Allison.
She's the best one to talk
Yeah, we've got something very exciting, and so once again, Allison, thank you for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it.
Of course, I'm so excited to be the one more thing.
Yeah, it's a tradition around here, so we're glad that you could obviously go ahead and lead us into this one. But as Dylan mentioned, we've talked about the Edge of Fate, but this is the first year we're going to be doing 2 expansions over the course of a year. Can you tell us a little bit about Renegades?
Yeah, so we're going to have a dedicated reveal for Renegades in September alongside our major update, Ashen Iron. But earlier we were talking about how
That's so
sometimes our
soon.
formulas can constrain us from experimenting and innovating. And so in that spirit, Renegades is going to be very different from the Edge of Fate. What I can tell you, and we'll talk plenty about it later, is that we're going to be experimenting and innovating with activities, with social mechanics, and more. But more importantly, I want to talk about our inspiration. And so I have to kind of tee it up first. So Renegades is going to be a Destiny, like definitively Destiny expansion. This is part of the Fate Saga, and it's going to push it forward in important ways and introduce characters that we're going to spend time with for years to come. It is an essential Fate Saga story, and it's an homage to a universe that has inspired Bungie from the start. It's a universe that all of us here on the couch grew up with, as well as everyone else at the studio and millions of you back at home too. It is a peanut butter and combination, a peanut butter and
just
like
come on,
combination.
you're teeing me up here. Come on, just get out with it.
That could only be possible in the kind of world that we build here. And so I am absolutely thrilled to be able to give our first sneak peek at Destiny 2 Renegades.
Let's take a look.
Oh. More Star Wars? What? What the? What the? We just had a Star Wars collab. Why are there 4 Star Wars collabs?
Okay, Robbie, what did we just see?
Yeah, so that's Renegades, which is coming out this December. And to really drive it home here, Renegades is a one-of-a-kind Destiny experience, right? And just like we on the Destiny team have taken inspiration from other genres like dark fantasy or cosmic horror, Renegades takes the space western vibe and aesthetic that is Star Wars, and it puts it through that Destiny lens. And ultimately, it's created a new lawless frontier that is emerging within Seoul. And so, like, we're so excited to show Renegades off a little bit today, and to be talking about it more in the future in September alongside the free major update with Ash and Iron. But right now, today, we're focused on Rite of the Nine and what's right around the corner with the Edge of Fate.
Absolutely. No, I heard a lot of calendars get marked just now on September, but no, super excited to share more of that in the future. But that actually leads us to the conclusion of today's show, which again, we covered a lot.
There's been a lot today.
Yeah, this has been a big show.
Yeah.
Honestly, no, we went through a lot of it. So let's go ahead and quickly double check. We obviously went through, and the Year of Prophecy, pardon me, is going to go ahead and kick off on July 15th. And this kicks off a brand new multi-year Fate Saga and our new focus on the core hobby of Destiny. The first expansion, The Edge of Fate, is going to be launching again on July 15th, as I noted, with its raid launching on July 19th.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah.
So you're going through a lot of information. We already covered that.
Oh, yeah.
But like, you can't just sneak in a raid date. We have a new raid coming with the expansion, July 19th.
As expected, yeah.
I
would hope so.
A bunch of blogs. We're going to have the rules, regulations, all that kind of stuff for our raid race. Of course, we invite everybody to come in, try to go for that world first title. And yeah, I mean, just stay tuned for more details. We're not going to spoil anything. It's a raid. We got to keep it secret.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Yeah, everybody mark your calendars.
Yeah. Bungie.net is the place to go ahead and learn more. And again, follow our social media channels. Do us all a favor. So in addition to that, again, as we noted, Ash and Iron, our first free major update, will be launching on September 9th. Renegades, very exciting, will be launching in December. And then keep an eye again on our social channels. We provide all the updates once they're available. But as far as today goes, the Edge of Fate and the entire Year of Prophecy pre-orders are available starting right now. Now, pre-ordering for starters, the Ultimate Edition will go ahead and unlock the New Land Beyond.
New Land
Beyond.
That exotic sniper.
Ooh, I can't wait, man. I can't wait, same, honestly. That'll be unlockable in addition to several other goodies. And also, we've also got a collector's edition that'll be available. You can see here on screen it will be coming with an awful lot of very cool stuff, including this cool statue that you may have noticed here that's been sitting with us on stage.
That is such a cool statue.
Collection as well, but that's not all that's in there. Is there, Allison?
We got the writing team got a little excited on this one. We put a lot of lore goodies into this collector's edition. So like that weird metal thing, that weird envelope. Boy, weird. Wonder what's up with that.
Just decorative point.
Man.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do it.
Do I want? No. I'll just wait for My Name Is Bife to look through the collector's
and then again, too, as
edition.
far as today goes,
He'll let me
Rite
know.
of the Nine. This This is the essential prologue to the Edge of Fate, and like all of our events moving forward, is going to be a free to
What's
all
the
players.
pricing
so,
of each?
Make sure and go ahead and check
There's a
that
lot
out
of free
online.
stuff, which is
And
nice,
before
but
the show wraps up,
I still want to know.
We're going to be rating our good friend Sammy Cat as well. So go ahead and give her a follow. Tell her we said hello.
I want to know what the price tag is on this.
Like go ahead and do us a favor, drop it over there, and check out her stream. She's going to be having a good time. But that concludes it for us here today. So for starters, huge thanks to my teammates here for joining me.
Thank you, Andy.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, yeah. Robbie, Allison, Dylan.
This is, if I didn't get the time wrong, we could have probably had a longer stream, but it does look like it's going to be a shorter stream
and then,
today.
of course, to the crew that puts all this on, this doesn't happen by accident. Thank you all so much for all of your hard work and dealing with me on these last couple of days. And of course, to everyone at home, to all of our guardians out there in the community, thank you. It's a tremendous privilege to get the opportunity to share what we've been working on early, and it matters only if you guys show up and join us. So we really appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed. And otherwise, in the meantime, until we see you again, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all Starside.
Okay. Actually, hold on, since we have the time, let's go back a bit to the beginning. Yeah, here we go. Let's go right here.
What follows light and shadow is silence. That silence breaks. I am summoning you as a new age begins. I see sapient life turn to each other. They remember how to look to the stars. They remember curiosity. They remember how to thrive. But they have forgotten. They forgot we were here long before the Traveler. They forgot that they need us. But they are fated to remember. I will remind them. I'm sure you will. But not through me. Find someone else.
Oh, and she's back. She's no longer an emissary of the nun now, huh?
My will is my own.
Alright, here we are back at the beginning.
Hello and welcome here to Bungie HQ in beautiful Bellevue, Washington. We have got an amazing stream lined up here to tell you a little bit about the Edge of Fate and the future of Destiny 2 as well. My name's Andy. I work on the social media team here, but no need to worry. As always, I am joined by some of my amazing colleagues here at Bungie to share some of the finer details of the stuff that we're going to be getting into today. So, how about we go ahead and get into it so we can show you what we got. Starting first with this gentleman on my right and to your left is someone that you've probably seen if you've tuned into our streams before or Vidocs, the one and only Mr. Robbie Stevens, assistant game director here at Bungie. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Andy. It's always a pleasure to spend a day with you.
Yeah, it's been a nice time, honestly, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, to that end as well, for anyone that doesn't get to hang out as much as we do, can you tell everyone at home a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Yeah, sure. So I'm one of the creative and game directors for the game. So that means like I'm a vision holder and I work across the entire Destiny team with people like Allison and Dylan on the couch here to chart a new course for Destiny and a new future for the game. And just incredibly excited to be sharing with everyone today of what we've been up to.
Yeah, can't wait. We've got a big show ahead, so thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, as we move, right on down the line, someone who again has also the good opportunity to join us on these streams as well, and is now firing some finger guns like a pro, Destiny's narrative director, the one and only Allison Lures.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going so good. I'm here on a couch and I get to yell about Destiny with you. So it's a good day.
Yeah, honestly, I'll take that anytime I can. Well,
Same.
for anyone who also hasn't had a chance to yell on couches about Destiny with us or hasn't joined us in the past, do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So my name is Allison. I'm the narrative director for Destiny 2, and so that means it's the job of me and my team to make you laugh and make you cry and make you go, whoa, I totally forgot about this thing from 8 years ago. How did they remember? It's because we're good at our jobs.
It's true.
So there you go.
As someone who gets to sit in on the writers' rooms, I can now doubly confirm that. So thank you for
having
being
you there.
It's so much fun. No, seriously, thank you so much.
Oh wow, I guess I
And of
just
course, as we
didn't
move
miss
right
that
down the
much,
line,
huh?
The gentleman there at the very end of the couch,
Need
someone
to
who is a friend
see.
to all Guardian kind, who's known far and wide, a member of the Destiny Global Comms team here at Bungie, Mr. Dylan Gaffner. How's it going, Dylan?
It's going well. How are you, Andy?
Doing so well. Thank you so much for
Got to make sure to ask every time.
I appreciate
Oh, look
it,
here,
Dylan.
hold on. Give me a second.
Well, to anyone out there who may not have accosted you on the wild world of social media or is just somehow meeting you for the first time,
Let's go through a little bit here.
Observe, connect, conceal. Guardian, I had a vision. Conform, comply.
Let's see.
The show is disasters. Observe, connect, conceal. I'm not human anymore. Return, conform, comply. No one else should know what this feels like.
Yeah, definitely no new element. Strands, Arc Super that we already have. Looks like a sidearm that switches between Arc and Stasis.
Remove your scornful blindfold.
We got Fallen that can use Stasis and that ball form, I don't think that's actually an ability. I think that's just part of the map. I don't think we got any new abilities, I'll be honest. That's what it looks like to me.
all right, that gives us an awful lot to go ahead and continue to dive into. And here to help us go ahead and explore a little
Oh
bit
my
more
goodness,
of it.
hold
Everyone,
on.
you probably knows we've been joined by someone new here on the couch. We are privileged to be joined by someone who's the originator of perhaps my favorite all-time Destiny
There
emote,
it is.
the one and only Dave Samuel, art director here at Bungie. Dave, how's it going, man?
It's going great. Thanks for having
Let's
me.
see.
Absolutely. For anyone who maybe for some reason somehow doesn't have that emote in their collection or hasn't seen you in a past Vidoc, do you mind telling us a little bit about what you do here?
There we go.
Yeah, I'm art director on Edge of Fate. I work with the art team to visualize the narrative and design and kind of bring it all together.
It's a lot to bring together. Thank you very much for being here today. So, with
Yeah,
the
it's
Fate,
whatever.
obviously the first expansion in the
It's
Fate
fine.
saga. Allison, I'd love to start with you, actually. What can you tell us about the Edge of Fate?
The Edge of Fate begins with an invitation, and we are invited along with
But
a very
you know what?
specific group of people to a
It's
location,
whatever.
to a moment in time for a very specific reason.
Very
Let's
specific.
see.
Very
No new
specific reason and purpose. Yes. And the
abilities.
place
Hold
that
on,
we're
let's
going to
go
is called
forward
Kepler.
back
And
here.
Within, you can think
Yeah, so
of
there's this
dark
ball
matter as like a
form.
medium, and the arc is this catalyst that will like allow you to completely change form. Transforming into Matter Spark lets you squeeze
Yeah,
into tight areas,
I think-
race around areas, jump over stuff, and it also allows you to.
This does
turn
kind of
into
look
this
like that.
basically
This is
electric
just for
rolling
this
ball of
place
death,
that we're going
jolting
to.
and shocking enemies that come across your path.
So, obviously, one big part movement, one big part combat, but I mean, even just in addition to that, to look a little bit, wider, like how did the Matter Spark Ball kind of influence the world that we're going to be inhabiting?
Yeah, the team really had to rethink what it means to build a destination with these abilities in mind.
Hold on.
A simple hill
Wait a minute.
that will
Wait a second
allow you
here,
to
come on.
completely around the arena, dash over their heads, and flank from behind, and then really.
I thought I saw
give
something.
The,
Hold
House
on.
of Exile on Kepler a bad day.
As well, we should. It's a good day for us as well. So, what are some of the other Kepler abilities that we'll be able to unlock while we're out there as well?
Yeah, so each of these Kepler abilities are a mix of dark matter and our Guardian's
Okay, yeah,
powers.
so they are specifically.
matter more.
Yeah, so if you look at the bottom here, let's see, that looks like a special ammo meter and a heavy ammo meter. So that's probably like a timer for how much time there's left for mercy ammo. But then you also have this melee ability icon here in the middle between the grenade and the barricade. So that's probably like, I think that's still the matter charge, if I'm being honest. So hold on, let me just play this.
This is dark matter mixed with strand, allows you to manipulate the environment. You'll be able to basically push and morph and move geometry to create bridges, open up doorways.
No new elements. I didn't even see any new supers either.
What's really important about what Dave is describing, and when we were thinking about building this world, it was all
it's
about
a lot.
Here's this new tool to
lot of just new weapons
in a different way, and solve little puzzles and mysteries throughout the missions, the free roam, the quest content, and beyond. But also, what would
you know what, Kimmy? Let's see, Kimmy. What, should we give you mod?
What's really important to us is that
or should we ban
Destiny's first-class ability gameplay. And so with Matterspark, like Dave is mentioning, you're jumping, you're dashing into enemies to destroy them, you're doing giant explosions with them. With Relocator Clan, and you're just blowing everything up with void explosions and graviton lance style, like projectile, little secret projectiles. And then what's really fun about Mattermorph is you can just be like throwing these strange shurikens basically to just like delete an encounter before you then like start to morph the environment around you and move to the next area. And so it's just really exciting I'm incredibly excited about watching players just like solve puzzles and fight encounters in ways that like we don't even expect yet, and see how they take.
Yeah.
Unironically, hold on, let me get a better view of him. Where is he? Somewhere around here. Where'd he go? I had a timestamp here earlier. Yeah, there we go. That's me right there. That's what I look like. It's just me right there. There you go, Kimmy. You can have mod.
Same as we were. All of it's kind of tied together.
Very exciting. So
the way.
No.
Yeah. No.
What was this? Alright, this is right of the 9, I think. Yeah, that's right of the 9. Okay.
Exceed 100.
Okay. I just need to check some stuff here. I just want to see. Let's see. You deal significantly increased connect damage to commands, conscious. Okay, so this is just Hake's origin trait right there. Disorienting shock guys, and this is connect tremors right there. That's actually kind of hilarious. It's just renamed origin. It's just renamed perks on guns to put on your armor. Let's see here. What else? Oh yeah, this new vehicle type, which is nice. This one we can actually shoot from, which is hilarious. And we have a shooting range, also nice. Renegade. They talked about Renegades a bit. Hold on. Let me see.
New Land Beyond.
Oh yeah, this is the pre-order bonus. The New Land Beyond, which was No Land Beyond.
I can't wait, same, honestly. That'll be unlockable in addition to several other goodies, and also we've also got a collector's edition.
Pre-order now. Okay, so Edge of Fate and Renegades. I'll have to check the price tag tomorrow, but I think for now we're gonna end stream here. So thank you for stopping by for this short stream. Luckily the Twitch and YouTube side seems to work, so We'll be doing more dual streams in the future.